Good morning, everyone. Our group consists of Imran Boulay, Hannah Clay, Smitty Jasti, Bill Lamb, Coco Nate, Amalia Navarez, and Sylvie Wormser, and we are part of the NASA Seas 2021 Mosquito Mapper Internship Program. We are thrilled to share our findings with everyone today. Our research question was, how do demographics influence mosquito source reduction practice, which we studied during our 8-week internship program. We were interested in finding trends between mosquito habitat source reduction data. The main demographics we've included in our study were population density, climate, age of the respondents, and the geographical region. We used ArcGIS, a geographic information system, to examine globe data collected by fellow Mosquito Mapper interns. We devised a survey and received a total of 429 responses. Now, what is source reduction data? According to the CDC, source reduction is the removal of or permanent disposal of mosquito breeding sites. This practice is vital as doing source reduction can reduce the number and spread of mosquito-borne diseases such as malaria and West Nile river virus. The image displays two mosquito habitat sites where one source is a stray tire and the other a storage bin. We practice source reduction by dumping the water so that the larvae would not survive and grow into adulthood.
The top left image displays an abandoned artificial container, and the top right displays the practice of source reduction by tipping over water collected containers with possible elements that can be found in the water listed below. Diving deeper into possible mosquito breeding habitats, Hannah and I conducted fieldwork within our local area and found an industrial zone that harbored numerous water sources containing mosquito larvae. The images shown were all water sources found within the site, and from our field research, we learned that when sites like these are left unchecked, they can serve as massive grounds for mosquito breeding.
We first set up our own mosquito traps to collect field data to contribute to the Globe Mosquito database. After this, we designed our own Google survey to collect demographic points. We then used custom CSV files to extract Globe data into ArcGIS. And finally, we analyzed the data and found trends that we hope to present to public health officials in the future.
This is a survey that our team distributed to people around the United States through social media and in-person questioning. We ended up collecting 429 responses through sending it out to friends, family, and members of our community.
The survey revealed that those who practiced source reduction had a lower frequency of mosquito bites. Those who stated they were never bitten by mosquitoes practiced source reduction more than people who had been bitten at any frequency, showing a clear correlation between practicing source reduction and the frequency of being bitten by mosquitoes.
According to a survey, only 28.21% of people knew what source reduction was. However, after being given a brief definition of source reduction, 62.29% of people confirmed they actually practiced source reduction. While most people did not know what source reduction was, those who did were over 25% more likely to practice it. Thus, being educated on the benefits of source reduction has a direct correlation to the participants actually practicing it.
Responses from people aged 60 and older tend to perform source reduction more than younger generations, as they were most likely more exposed to nature than current suburban and urban citizens. Senior citizens are more informed and knowledgeable in this practice, and as such are more likely to practice source reduction. People who live in rural areas are much more likely to practice source reduction than those who live in urban areas. Globe data on ArcGIS shows this, as can be seen by looking at the comparative numbers on the east and west coasts. We can see this in the survey too, with 78.57% of West Coast residents practicing source reduction, while only 61.54% of East Coast residents practice source reduction.
We realized that there is room for improvement. 62.2% of survey respondents were under the age of 18, causing an underrepresentation of other age groups. Additionally, time restraints limit our ability to collect more surveys and find stronger correlations. And finally, our surveys should have questions that are more specific and definitions to yield more accurate responses. Public health officials would be interested in the data that our group collected since, without DET, mosquito source reduction is one of the easiest and most reliable methods of eliminating mosquitoes and vector-borne diseases. In addition, we found a direct positive correlation between educating about source reduction and practicing source reduction. So implementing an educational campaign, especially in urban environments along the East Coast, would be a major tool in reducing mosquitoes and subsequently slow the spread of vector-borne disease.
We'd like to thank our wonderful mentors with a special shout out to Dr. Rusty Lowe, Dr. Pedro Nelson, Cassie Sofing, Dr. Becky Boger, and Matea Kimura for everything that they've done for us and for everyone who organized this event.
Thank you so much for watching our presentation. We will now open the floor up to questions.